All right, guys. So we're gonna do a few songs from Mises. All right, we're gonna do Dictator. We're gonna do Dictator Part Two, and then we're gonna do Maga Rapper. Let's go.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United
Okay.
States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God. One nation under God.
Now, before he even gets started, we're gonna focus in on that one nation. All right. I've said it many, many times. We are all Americans. All right. So I think we've really got to start calling out division wherever we see it. And I'm telling y'all, I think it's going to be a lot of division in these videos. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I could be wrong. I don't know that much about Mises. Let's just hear him out. Let's see what he's got to say.
Indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Fuck Biden, bitch, you acting like a tyrant. All you do is keep on lying while Americans are dying. I am a Christian man, so I hope that God forgive me. But I gotta empty all this energy that's built up in me. Let me keep it blunt, yo. Hell fucking no. Kiss my ass and walk up on the White House grass and tell you so, no. Don't think I'm playing Biden, you should be ashamed. But you ain't, cause you a coward. What happened to say the name, huh? What happened to the USA, huh? What happened to sticking to what the fuck you say, huh? Cause you don't do that, you say shit then switch it later. Not my president, bitch, you a dictator. Fuck Biden.
Biden, you a bitch. Biden, you a bitch. Everybody knows it and we're tired of your shit. Biden, you a bitch. Biden, you a bitch.
Now, what I got to point out, uh, you guys weren't making songs like this when Trump was in office. You know what I'm saying? And perhaps some of y'all should have. All right. I mean, after all, Trump was in there uh, doing press conferences and said he had complete authority to tell the states whatever he wanted them to do. You know what I'm saying?
When somebody's the president of the United States, the authority is total. And that's the way it's got to be.
Total. Your authority is total.
It's total. It's total.
Your authority
And the
is
governors
total.
know that.
So if a
The governors know that. Now you have a couple of bands excuse me. You have a couple.
Could you rescind that order?
You have a couple of bands of Democrat governors, but they will agree to it. They will agree to it. But the authority of the President of the United States having to do with the subject we're talking about is total.
You said when someone is president of the United States, their authority is total. That is not true. Who
Okay,
told
you know
that?
what we're going to do? We're going to write up papers on this. It's not going to be necessary because the governors need us one way or the other, because ultimately it comes with the federal government. That being said, we're getting along very well with the governors, and I feel very certain that there won't be a problem. Yeah, please, go ahead.
Has any governor agreed that you have the authority to decide when their state
I
opens
haven't
back
asked
up?
anybody because
But
I
no
don't.
one has
You know why?
agreed.
Because I don't have to. Go ahead, please.
But who told you the president has the total authority?
Enough.
And I have to tell you, that is the biggest meltdown I have ever.
Enough. He's not going to answer that question. You know what I'm saying? It's a direct question. Who told you you had that power, that authority, right? He thought he was a dictator. I'm just pointing out the facts, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're gonna point fingers at one guy and saying he's a wannabe dictator, then you can't just let it slide when someone else is doing the exact same thing. You know what I'm saying? The only difference is here, there's actual video of Trump saying that. So if you're going to call it out, like, let's see the proof. Let's see the evidence. Where's the video of Biden saying that? If there is, that's totally fine. You know, I call it like I see it. You know what I'm saying?
The name, huh? What happened to the USA, huh? What happened to sticking to what the fuck you say, huh? Cause you don't do that, you say shit then switch it later. Not my president, bitch, you a dictator.
buying you a bitch, buying you a bitch. Everybody knows it and we're tired of your shit. Buying you a bitch, buying you a bitch. Afghanistan, blood is on your hand, heavy drip. Buying you a bitch, buying you a bitch. Even Harris said it, dog, you a fucking racist. Buying you a bitch, buying you a bitch. Wouldn't give a
All right. Well, let's see it. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, um, as a matter of fact, I do got to go through and do a review of Biden's bill he was introducing, the crime bill or whatever that was. I saw a small clip of it, and it looked like like really it looked really bad. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna take a look at everything. Whatever you guys want me to see, you put in the comments and let me know. I could be way off about all this.
shit if someone said they found you in a ditch. Buying you a bitch.
Biden like my homie Burton said. You try that pedophile shit round my city, bitch, you end up dead. And I don't wish that on no people, but I think that you evil as hell. I don't know how the hell people still believe you. When you started calling shots, you said you wouldn't mandate shots, but I guess you must have forgot because you out here taking jobs. But Hunter got a job, no, don't mind his laptop, and never mind he's smoking Parmesan, hoping it's crack rock. But then you got the nerve to threaten that your patience running thin. Your feelings mutual, Joey, about a fucking government. You counting ballots on the tables, telling us it wasn't rigged.
Now, what I'm gonna say, in my opinion, most of them are corrupt. All right, on both sides. I mean, you know, a lot of stuff Tom McDonald says, I don't agree with him on. This one thing, though, I do. And that was that politicians are for sale. Someone always makes the purchase. All right. Um, that I completely agree with. A lot of these politicians are just pawns on the board. All right.
That you like it on your knees so much, suck a dick, motherfucker,
Buying
you
you
a
a bitch, buying you a bitch. Everybody knows it and we're tired of your shit. Buying you a bitch, buying you a bitch. Afghanistan, blood is on your hand, heavy drip. Buying you a bitch, buying you a bitch. Even Harris said it, dog, you a fucking racist.
Now, I will agree. The way we pulled out of Afghanistan, that was just wrong. You know what I'm saying? Uh, that was like zero strategy whatsoever. I do not understand how, you know, I don't know what was going on there.
Buying you a bitch, buying you a bitch. Wouldn't give a shit if someone said they found you in a ditch. Buying you a bitch.
The Biden administration has become our domestic enemy.
Okay, well, you know, like I said, there's a lot of problems with him too. Uh, and I'm not trying to cause division here with me showing stuff about Trump. It's just I'm being fair. You know what I'm saying? I just think if we're going to, you know, call out one person for something, then we shouldn't be afraid to call out someone else for the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, man. I don't really know how to say this other than to just say it. I am not a political rapper. I'm a citizen of this country. Last few years, unless you've been living under a rock, haven't exactly.
He's not a political rapper. You do rap about politics, though. You know what I'm saying? So let's set the facts straight now. So maybe he's just saying I'm a rapper who happens to talk about politics. Is that what he's trying to get at? He does talk about politics, though. I don't know how often. Now I do know almost everything I've seen from him so far has been a political statement. All right. I mean, even the next one we're gonna check out is called Maga Rapper. All right. So I don't know what he's trying to say yet. Let's just hear the man out. Let's see what he got to say.
Hey, listen, man. I don't really know how to say this other than to just say it. I am not a political rapper. I'm a citizen of this country. Last few
Right.
years, unless you've been living under a rock, haven't exactly been normal. All I did on a handful of songs is express that. And if that helps you, like it helped me to get it off my chest, amen. But don't put me in no box, man.
Yeah, Biden's still a bitch, that ain't never changing. Presidents in bed with Satan. While we living in the book of Revelation, I ain't preaching, I'm just saying. Don't care how much bread I'm making. My freedom of speech, a right that nobody has ever taken. Tato was a hit, and I'm grateful people rocking with it. But when I read it, all I was trying to do is vent and didn't think that I was penning something that would soon become the song that's mentioned every time they mention my name in a sentence. Okay, listen, I got 5 albums out, and I'm working. I ain't preaching, I'm just
I gotta take a look at those thumbnails he was showing y'all.
saying. Don't care how much bread I'm making. My freedom of speech, a right that nobody has ever taken. Tato was a hit, and I'm grateful people rocking with it. But when I read it, all I was trying to do is vent and
The track he's using sounds a lot like a Eminem track. I think he's doing a sample right here. I think the song was Mockingbird, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all let me know if I'm mistaken about that or not.
didn't think that I was penning something.
I'm going to go ahead and pull up the lyrics to this one, because a lot of this I am just not catching, y'all. Alright, I can't find any lyrics for it. Hopefully, eventually, the lyrics will either be on Genius or, you know, maybe he'll make a lyric video, then we'll check that out. So I'm just going to break it down as best as I can for now.
Sentence. Okay, listen, I got 5 albums out, and I'm working on my 6th. And like 99% ain't about me dissing presidents. So as much as I appreciate all of the compliments about accomplishments, I'm not impressed by clout I got from politics. That record got me recognized, no problem, I'll acknowledge it. Blue state turning blue in the face, waiting for my apology. But honestly, I'm so sick and tired of these corny wannabe MCs.
I think maybe what he's trying to say is that, like, the reactors only react to his political songs, and so, like, that's all most people know him for. If that's the case, I am more than willing to start going through his catalog. You know what I'm saying? 100%. I haven't been, just because of the, you know, the polarizing nature of his content, or at least that's what I was thinking it was. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Does he only do political songs here and there, and that's not his main, like, lane? Because that's what he's trying to say.
So let's do it again. But this time around, baby, I don't mean our president. I said it with my chest. I ain't taking back the lyrics, just taking it back the legs. Cause I'm getting tired of hearing Dictator was a hit. Boy, you hit it on the money, yeah, but he loved it. And that song, Trump 2020. I put in 20 years, grinding every day to make it hit. So I ain't letting Dictator dictate my whole career. Look, got about 90 songs out and 90% ain't about politics. But somebody keep putting me in boxes I don't fit. And I admit that I ain't the type to shy away from controversy. Just like I ain't shy about my face, so may God have mercy. May God have mercy. I'm my soul, if anything.
You know, if that's the case, I applaud it. You know what I'm saying? We should talk about a lot more stuff other than just politics.
I've ever said is ever let anyone down a path that isn't heaven set. Lord, I repent. I never said that Trump was perfect. I just think that Biden's evil. First day he said unity.
And that is totally fair. And that is the only thing, you know, like, that's the reason why I put up the clip of Donald Trump talking like that. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't perfect either. You know, he had a lot of problems of his own.
Every day since dividing people, I don't need to tell you that though, cause it's everywhere you look. I wear the fun of media, and you would swear I'm wearing hoods. It looks like it like I'm the problem, just cause I call out the problem. But evil ain't gonna stop it, good people do nothing about it. How about we all come together, recognize we one together, cause the greatest dynasties are always teams that won together. But whatever, what I know, I'm just another guy who just focused mine and numbers didn't lie. Dictator was a hit, so let's do it again. But this time around, baby, I don't mean
being our president. I said it with my chest. I ain't taking back a lyric, just taking it back to legs. Cause I'm getting tired of hearing Dictator was a hit. Boy, you hit it on the money, yeah, but he loved it in that song Trump 2020. I put in 20 years, grinding every day to make it hit. So I ain't letting Dictator dictate my whole career. Yeah, don't put me in no little niche genre. I don't fit in one. I'm a hip-hop artist, period. I talk about whatever I want in my music, man. I'm gonna talk about everything I see going on in life. So if you wanna put my music in a genre called life music, real life music, music with a message.
I like that. Life music. Real life music with a message. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all.
That's what I make, dog. That's what I've always made. And that's what I'm always gonna make.
Alright, let's go and check out this last one. Maga Rapper, I think is what it's called. Okay. That's pretty interesting. So I think I'm already starting to see where he's gonna go with this. So I think he's been called a MAGA rapper, and this video is basically just to say I am not a MAGA rapper. All right. Let's go. You know, I may have been wrong about Mises. I may have been. Mises might be, starting to make me realize that people are putting him in this box and labeling it MAGA rapper or political rapper, and he's saying that's not him. Like, don't falsely put him in boxes and label it, and that's the end of the story. He's saying, no, don't do that to me. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what we got here.
They want to know why I've been taking so long to come back. They want to know why I just blast on the scene and then dip the fuck out. Bitch, I fought my whole life to get here. I don't jump when you say so. I don't jump when shit's trending. I just blast on the scene and then dip the fuck out. Bitch, I fought my whole life to get here.
The Raptivist. Okay. So kind of like an activist is what he's saying, except his whole thing is just about rap. Like, that is it. He's just here to rap. Right?
I make shit trend, motherfucker. Slowly at the top, huh?
Right?
Welcome me back, bitch. I ain't no Maga rapper. I grew up around battle rappers, battle afterwards in parking lots with bottles cracked and shattered. Ain't no cracker. I knew Black Lives Matter before you branded it. Hashtagging everywhere while folks who don't get sick.
I pretty much called it just from reading the little intro that he put up there. I was like, yeah, they've been calling him a MAGA rapper, and he's saying he's not. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when I saw this title a while back, when it first dropped, and I was like, MAGA rapper? I don't want to do that. He's gonna be talking about how good Trump was and all this other stuff, and then I'm gonna have to try and, I don't want nothing to do with that. So I was, falsely under the impression that he was saying he is a MAGA rapper. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I can admit when I'm wrong. The question is, can you? All right? That's something a lot of people just can't do or won't do. All right? And that infuriates me. My philosophy is, if you were wrong about something, just own it. I was wrong about this, and here's how it is now. All right, I think I might have been wrong about Mises.
Since I blasted on the scene, bitch, I done did this for the culture. Killing rappers, leave
Right, okay. I like that.
Same folks and give you shit when you ain't had no part of business. So use wisdom when you talk to me, like chewing with your back teeth, with your front teeth, with your back teeth. That for calling my shit Maga rap. Don't add me at the socials, thinking shit can turn to real life, cause it can. And real quick too, when you stick to the coast and I stick to, bitch, you don't know shit about me. Worst thing you could do is doubt me. Best thing that I ever did was save that little kid from drowning. Worst thing that I ever did, I definitely ain't gon' rap about it. Got more stripes in this black wrapped around him, homie, ask about. That's right, yeah, oh yeah, feel good to be back. By the way, I already know what you think. Shout out to the homie Bryson Gray. Say no diss track, baby. Shout out to the homie Tyson. Say no diss track, baby. Yeah, hey look, I'm sick of all you pussy rappers. Who I mean, your pussy ass. Whoever says some shit behind my back, man, cause I'm pushing past ya. I don't do these politics. For blue check, get the compliments. And how the shit get overlooked like on a bridge. Limits, bitch, I move like they do not exist. Gimmicks, they say that that's my hits. The problem is you dipshits don't hear lyrics, you just nod your heads. You tired of politics? Cool me too, but all I do is write the life I live when I die with pen. So what the fuck do y'all expect when they turn our lives to politics? Your skin color, that's politics. I'm asking vaccine politics. Just want the fuck up out of this. But this is how I cope with all the hopelessness they gotten us into. And through the process, guess I got a couple followers. So everyone is listening, it's time to.
I think I see what he's talking about. I think I see what he's trying to say. All right. You know, he's talking about life, and they're just labeling everything he talks about as saying, oh, this is politics. Oh, that's politics. You know what I'm saying? And they do that a lot. There's a lot of things that shouldn't even be a political debate, but for some reason, like, it is. It's labeled as political when I don't think it should be. You know what I'm saying? Not everything is political.
Set the record straight. Trump and Dictator are the only records that I made that took a stand specifically by where I stand politically. So stop trying to fit me in these boxes that are gimmicky, cause I'm just an artist playing my part till I part this world like the waters got parted for my forefathers across it. There's some more bars that they'll sleep on. What's new, but bet they catch the last two. Only Maga in my rap is magazines if I come at you motherfuckers.
All right, we got to do one more. I'm gonna find another video that looks like it doesn't have anything to do with politics. All right, that means no presidents, no Maga, no political parties, nothing like that in the title, and then we'll see what that looks like. So far, I'm thoroughly impressed with Mises here. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys, we're gonna do 2 more videos from Mises. We're gonna do Get Out and then Hollywood.
I really don't give a fuck what y'all say. Press play on the beat and it's off and away. I spit facts, I spit facts. I said that, then I did that, yeah. Opinions like assholes, everybody got one. Let that bother me, that's my problem. Try to be the nice guy, be polite. I
Right.
guess I'm not that white guy. That's alright, I forgot what the next bar was. And the next bar was the bar that was gonna make all y'all folks fall in love with every motherfucking riddle full of syllables that my words say. Cause my words play like kids in a playground. Scared to quit, but I can't say that nowadays. Cause I don't make music.
He's
I make
rapping
voice
for
on
real.
beats. That boy's a beast. He's off the leash. Can't stop me, dog can copy. Nah, I'm one of a kind. Can doubt me, but can't out me. Cause I live with a rhyme. Just give it some time. Honestly, I'm shocked that this shit took so long. But I know I should probably be dead and gone. Fuck it though, I'm here now, so let's celebrate. Cause shit's about to hit the fan. Get the hell I'm away. Get up, 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 get up my way, bitch. Get up, 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 get up my way, bitch. I really don't have shit left to say. Let's just say that I guess I'ma make this just to set the record straight by the record that I dropped the other day. Cause yesterday I had an epiphany out of nowhere. Yeah, this shit just hit me like a ton of bricks. That some of y'all think that I do this for the clicks. If it's you, then listen. Fuck, I forgot what the next bar was, and the next bar was the best bar of my whole career, but I messed that up. So I guess I'm fucked, yeah, I guess I suck, cause I can't make shit great. hitman. I don't make music, I make points on beats. That boy's a beast, he's off the leash. Can't stop me, dog can copy. Nah, I'm one of a kind, can doubt me, but can't out me, cause I live with a rhyme, just give it some time. Get up, 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 get up.
You know, I am really starting to like Mises, y'all.
Get up, get up, get on my way, bitch. Get up, 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 get on my way, bitch.
Alright, let's take a look and see what he's got here. Please read before watching this video. Thank you in advance. I could have been Lil Nas X, and you could have too. Nas ain't the problem. He's the product. The problem is Hollywood. Hollywood don't care who it destroys. And the devil doesn't introduce himself with a pitchfork in hand. He comes offering whatever it is we desire most. Without a praying mother, drugs and drug dealing would have left me dead or in jail. Or music would have had me on top of the world, right where the devil wants me. So who prayed for you? I don't know who's praying for Lil Nas X, but I do know from this video on, I will be. Light overpowers darkness and love defeats hate. What about Lil Nas X is hateful? You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure I know what video he's talking about. In the same time it takes to tear someone down, you can lift them up in prayer. But you're tearing down Lil Nas X though, right? So please, before hitting play on this video, if you're truly grateful for those who've prayed for you, take a minute of your day and pray for Lil Nas X. Actually, pray for all of Hollywood. When you're done, drop me an amen in the comments and tag Lil Nas X so he knows how many people are praying for him. I think it's time to remind the devil of just how tiny his little playground is compared to the kingdom of God. Love y'all so much, family. Yes, including you, Montero. Okay, I don't know anything about Montero. I don't know who that is. Alright. Yeah, so I am pretty sure this video is in response of Industry Baby. I've seen a little bit of it. I think we really should take a look at that. Alright. But I'm just going to say this before we even get into this. You know, this is a bit uncomfortable for me. You know what I'm saying? You know, this is a lot of the rhetoric you hear from Christians using the Bible in order to spread hate against the LGBTQ community. You know what I'm saying? And that's not right. That is like they are completely misreading the Bible if that's what they're getting out of it. Even if what they're doing is wrong. And I don't think it is anyways. So here's one thing that we really have to bring into the conversation when we're talking about this. All right. We all know that someone could be born with male and female parts, right? That is not normal. So at that point, they would obviously want to make that person normal, right? So that means something has to drastically change. So is that person not able to be saved after that? What about the parents? Are they guilty for that? Are the doctors guilty for that? For wanting to make this person possibly have a normal life? You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I look at it. All right. You know, a person can have an unlimited amount of different uh birth defects. Okay? And it's not for anyone else to look at that person in judgment and say, "Oh no, you're living in sin. You can't do that to yourself. You can't like this certain type of person," right? That's not for you to say. That has nothing to do with you. That is between them and God. That is it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if someone brings it to you and asks for your opinion, then that's perfectly fine. You could give your opinion on it then. And you could say, in my opinion, I think that's a sin. I don't think that's not okay. Right? You're entitled to your own opinion. But at the same time, you should not cast judgment on people because they live different lives than you do. You should not expect people to conform and adapt to social norms that you think everyone should adapt to. You know what I'm saying? So the way I look at it is, as long as you're not out there hurting anyone or anything like that, then let the people live life how they want to. God gave us free will for a reason. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go ahead and check out this video.
And I just think that the whole idea of celebrity and fame has become really convoluted and, kind of bastardized. Like, whereas fame used to be the byproduct of success, and now it's the ultimate goal.
Fuck Hollywood, fuck Hollywood. They say sell your souls, I probably should. Like being all bad, maybe like be all good. It's like all these actors in Hollywood. So fuck Hollywood, fuck Hollywood. They say sell your soul, shit I probably should. Cause life been all bad, maybe life be all good. It's like all these actors in Hollywood. Fuck Hollywood, let me do my thing. I don't need no lights, camera, action or fame. I said hop in the rain, she said I am the range. But I ain't stopping, I got my own lane. So fuck Hollywood, cause I probably would slap a rapper like a pin from the hood. Cause I don't kiss ass, just ass, I'm not that dude. Just facts in his raps, yes sir, I am the truth. So fuck Hollywood, with both fingers up. I probably should, but I don't give no fucks. And I probably won't, so don't hold your breath. Y'all folks all possessed, my bankrolls and checks. So fuck Hollywood, they say shoot for the stars, but they shooting stars who talk truth in they bars. They ride till they die down Sunset Boulevard. Sky is the limit, surrounded by stars. Fuck Hollywood, fuck Hollywood. They say sell your souls, I probably should. Life been all bad, maybe life be all good. It's like all these actors in Hollywood. So fuck Hollywood, fuck Hollywood. They say sell your soul, shit I probably should. Cause life been all bad, maybe life be all good. It's like all these actors in Hollywood. Fuck Hollywood, all the smoke and the mist. Man, you two-faced as fucking, I see both clear. Yeah, and I'm so sincere, all the sin prize cost your soul and your life. So fuck Hollywood, San Fernando possessed. But I'm good walking through the valley of the shadow up there. Keep that good book real close, cause this place filled with ghosts. And I don't mean writers think I'm lying if you want. So fuck Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean, it really seems like he's casting judgment on other people because he views their lifestyle as living in sin. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and what I would say to that, worry about your own life. You are not getting judged for something someone else did. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so this is not. It's like I said, y'all. This is just uncomfortable for me because I don't like this type of division, and that's exactly what this is. You know what I'm saying? Like this right here is basically calling out, all this types of stuff and saying we need to hate on it. Um, I mean, and frankly, we don't know like everything that is sin or everything that's not. He's using foul language in the song. Do we know for sure that that's not a sin, that he could be judged pretty harshly for that? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and also what was in the Bible, what Jesus said, he that is without sin cast the first stone. And he said that because he knew everyone has some type of sin in their life. So I think we should really start thinking twice before we just go around casting judgment on this person, and that person, saying, oh, we need to pray for them because they're doing everything wrong, right? I don't know. I think that's a little too judgmental, all right? The old phrase, I wouldn't go to church because I'm afraid I would burst into flames, that kind of thing. That is what I could see someone developing that type of mentality because of stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a good thing. That's not where we need to be going. I could be completely wrong, but, I look at things um, in the manner of what is the outcome of each type of scenario, right? What is the outcome of this video? Some people could feel very offended and upset about this, right? And then start to turn away from going to church, from reading the Bible, from doing any of that, because then they might start to develop that mentality. Oh, if I go to church, I'll burst into flames. God doesn't want me because I'm a sinner, because I identify as this, or I like certain people that I shouldn't like. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so this is why I'm saying I think we should start turning away from being too judgmental of other people because we don't like their lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck it for good. Whole place full of crooked ass snakes with good looks. So take one last look at that Hollywood sign and bid it farewell. Yeah, I'll be just fine. Fuck Hollywood, fuck Hollywood. You say sell your souls, I probably should. Life been all bad, maybe life be all good. It's like all these actors in Hollywood. So fuck Hollywood, fuck Hollywood. They say sell your soul, shit I probably should. Cause life been all bad, maybe life be all good. It's like all these actors in Hollywood. Fuck Hollywood.
If your ultimate goal is to be famous, then you're gonna do a lot to get there. Like sign your name in blood in a contract with the devil. Like you're gonna end up on a one-way street and it's going nowhere. Like that's just the truth. I've seen so many people like forsake their moral code and their value system just for a little.
Now, that's not to say that he's wrong about Hollywood, because there probably is a lot of people that are living in sin and doing horrible things to get to Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not speaking on that at all. The only thing I'm saying is his take on Lil Nas X's video. Um, I don't know. It's like I said, it just seems too judgmental. All right. I think people should, like I said, God gave us free will for a reason. Uh, don't try and take away their free will to live life how they want. That's not to say that there's no consequences, because that's ridiculous. There's consequences for everything that we do that is wrong. All right. Uh, and if what they're doing is wrong, that's between them and God, not you. We don't have to get in the middle of that. We don't have to try and dictate to people how they need to live their lives, unless they're hurting people. That's a totally different story. All right. Uh, then law enforcement will step in and do what they need to do. Um, but if they're not actually hurting anybody, then leave them alone. You know, let them exercise their God given rights that God gave everybody. You know what I'm saying? At least that's the way I see it. But y'all let me know what y'all think. That's it for now, y'all.